Okay.
Hey, I'm Al Bane from Al Bane for Leather, and I'm here with C4OC Radio to discuss a very cool situation that's happening. There's an industry that's behind the scenes in the motion picture and music industry, and Tour Supply in North Hollywood happens to be one of those companies. I'm sitting with my good friend Larry Martin, and we're going to talk about why it looks like a rock and roll Christmas tree exploded. What's going on, Larry? How are you, boss?
Hey, man. Doing all right, Al. Doing all right.
So tell me a little bit about what Tour Supply is and how you kind of run your business. What do you do for the music industry, and what makes you different than the typical Guitar Center or Sam Ash business?
What I do differently is we really cater to the touring industry, the concert industry, the regional acts, and we sell a lot of things that those other stores don't sell. We do the shark fin antennas for the wireless systems. We sell our own brand of gaff tape. We sell the Pro Cell batteries. We sell all the things that you need on tour. The tee for the throat coat, Velcro, 50-yard rolls of Velcro, 10-yard rolls of Velcro, dual lock, and all the strange things that you need while you're on the road.
Basically the expendables, the things that get consumed, you offer those types of things like guitar strings. So there's an entire room of guitar strings right over there. You can't see it, but I mean, like every kind of guitar string in the world is right over there.
We sell a ton of expendables, gaff tape, batteries, guitar strings, drum heads, even guitar straps. We sell those, the cheap nylon straps, the cloth straps. We sell those by, they probably buy 50 of them at a time, and then they just throw them away.
Right.
But we also sell those beautiful Al Bane leather straps, and they're amazing.
Yeah.
And they must. It must take you some time to build those things up, and
We do what we got to do as far as leather making goes.
I'm proud to sell those straps and have those in our store here.
So you're the touring musician, and is it more the musician himself, or is this crew personnel that come in there?
It kind of depends on what location we're at. Here in North Hollywood, at the Third Encore rehearsal studio, which is a closed facility, of course, like Warner Brothers down the street and Universal.
Hey, you just can't walk onto the Universal lot. You have to go through a security thing, and that's kind of the same thing here, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We do have the major touring bands rehearsing here, and so who comes over here at North Hollywood at the Third Encore is the road guys, the production managers. They'll be coming over to pick up tape and batteries, and so will the production assistants. We also deal with, I've been dealing with the guitar techs and the drum techs and the keyboard techs for years and years, and just helping them out when they need something, and they usually need it now.
Right, sure.
And that's really kind of how the business started. They could call up and say, "Hey, man, my wireless just fell off the truck, and we need 12 belt packs and 2 dual receivers or 3 or 4 dual receivers today."
So you're the king
tomorrow.
of getting it delivered,
We
right?
can do that. We can make things happen like that.
Right. So if you're on the road and you have a logistics problem, Larry's your go-to guy.
We can make things happen quickly. If whatever you guys need,
And you get it squared away for him.
get it all squared away.
What can you do for people like me? Because, like, at the beginning of the pandemic, if you will, I decided, okay, well, since music's going to die for me and costuming and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to be sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I might as well learn how to play guitar. So I bought myself a guitar. I said, okay, I'm going to start studying this stuff. What can you offer people like myself?
Well, if you go online, of course, we do have a lot of things that you'd be interested in, like good deals on guitar strings. We also have professional style cables built with switchcraft, good quality plugs, good quality ends. We use the nitric on our mic cables. So if you're plugging into a microphone and a guitar for yourself, just starting out, might as well get the good quality stuff.
Of course. So I personally bought one of these pedal boards, right, and a bunch of cable connectors on all of my effects pedals. So I've got a tuner and a distortion thing, a little delay, a little flanger, put it all together, all using Tour Supply stuff. And, you know, most people don't realize that those kinds of things are available or that you even exist here. So the objective here is to get people to understand that there's this behind the scenes environment where they could purchase those kinds of things like tape and zip ties and cables and custom cables, printed custom drum heads, all of the stuff that you can't really get from Guitar Center, and that they're necessary so that you can use legitimate gaff tape rather than old gray duct tape, right? So it's really cool to be able to meet you and come in here and talk about these things, because the people don't really know about that Tornado fan.
Yep, the Vornado fans. It's become the industry standard. It actually, they're kind of expensive. I think the small ones start at about $50, but these are about $150. That one there, and it's an amazing fan because it blows cold air. I don't know how I mean, that's the technology that Vornado uses. It's amazing, and it keeps the rock stars and the drummers and everybody cooled down with everybody has a fan in front of them. We saw lots of those.
Tell me about these pedal boards and what makes them any different than the average fare.
Well, we have all these different size pedal boards because we put them in these different cases, like the Pelican case or the SKB case. And like I say, we do sell many different sizes. Yeah.
So you obviously have a website where all your stuff is?
Right, it's toursupply.com, and it's we have our people ready to, they just, wherever it's closest. If you guys are on the in the southeast, we do have an office down in Nashville at the Soundcheck rehearsal studio down in Nashville. We have a facility at the Rock Lidditz. That's in Lidditz, believe it or not, in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. It's a big Amish community, but I'll tell you what, that in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, that's where they build the biggest stages in the world. The biggest sound company in the world is located there, Claire Global, Claire Brothers. Tate Towers builds the stages for U2 and Rolling Stones, Taylor Swift. Those type of stages are built right there in the middle of Amish country, in the middle of Pennsylvania. And my son Jesse works out that way, and he'd be happy to take care of any of the bands that are rehearsing out there or building the stage. And, we can get that product. Jesse will be sending that out to the Northeast, and we also, we're shut down in the Midwest right now. Our home office, where we started the business in Minneapolis, St. Paul, we had our person there that did artist relations for a few of the manufacturers and helped out the artist relations with a few different manufacturers. But since COVID happened, we just put everything in a locker at that location. But I hope that we'll be back and we'll be able to ship products right out of our Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota location.
But for now, you can ship from here and from Nashville.
LA, Nashville, Lidditz. So we got it pretty well covered.
Yeah. So let's do just a quick rundown of the current locations that are operating.
Third Encore Rehearsal Studios in North Hollywood, California. It's a closed facility, of course. The same at Soundcheck in Nashville. Big rehearsal. It is the biggest rehearsal studio in Nashville. It's huge. And they also, they have storage there, and it's a good place. Good place. So right there in Nashville, and then Rock Lidditz, of course. We did have an office in New York City for many years, and they kind of ran us out of town with everybody else and all the other music stores with the rents. I think our rent went from $2,500 a month to $10,000 a month.
Ridiculous.
And we sell a lot of wireless, but not that much. And we sell a lot of batteries, but not that much. But so it was a little ridiculous. But luckily, the Rock Lidditz office opened up, and it's been going very well until, of course, COVID.
Corona. So tell me about Red Alert and what's going on with them and your involvement there.
So yeah, Red Alert is we support Red Alert. They work with Congress, and they're trying to get the music industry and the whole entertainment industry
Back up and running again.
back up and running, back to work. And all we ask is,
That you wear your mask
yeah, wear your mask, keep your distance, and
and stay alert.
And the sooner that people do this and understand what we have to do, to get concerts back.
So where can our audience find you? Toursupply.com, is that what it is?
Yep, toursupply.com is our website.
So go over there, take a look, see if you can pick up some stuff that you wouldn't normally be able to get from organizations like, the big box stuff like Guitar Center or whatever. And not that there's anything wrong with Guitar Center, but Tour Supply offers the alternative resources that you can't typically get there.
We don't sell guitars, we don't sell drums, but we do. Let's say somebody needs a Gibson Hummingbird tomorrow in Phoenix, Arizona. They know that they could call Larry or call one of the guys at Tour Supply. They know how to get that Gibson Hummingbird to that act.
And get it delivered on time
Yeah.
and operational.
And we do have relationships with all of the manufacturers in the business. They know what we do, and if they can help, if they can help us, we can help them get an artist with using their guitar or drums. We also take care of cruise ships, which is another my backup, because the touring industry kind of goes down in November and December. It gets a little slow, so our backup was always cruise ships. So, we got that call one day. Can you get products to a certain point, a port? And of course we can. So we started dealing with the cruise ships, and we do quite a bit of business. We sell them everything from keyboards and drums, and then of course all the expendables, and the music stands, and the music lights, and
The iPod holders.
the
and
iPod holders, iPad holders. Yeah, it's
all that stuff.
an interesting type of business.
Thank
to
you
say
for
the least.
Thank you for everything you've done for me. I mean, we don't really talk about that stuff because my leather shop was just around the corner, and I've done a bunch of really cool things through Larry and Alan, right? And when you need stocking stuffers for your favorite musician, this is the spot. Do you have gift certificates and stuff like that?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So
it is kind of odd. I wasn't expecting that, but yeah, I guess we don't sell a lot of gift certificates, but I think we probably sell two or three, during the holiday season. But now that we're maybe promoting this to the general public, we might just sell a few more gift certificates.
Get your favorite musician a gift certificate for some products that he otherwise can't get from the typical places.
What Tour Supply does.
Okay.
Because you mentioned some of the other big box stores, we have custom drum heads. We can get a custom made drum head if somebody needs it immediately. We can do that. Costs a little extra, but we can do that. A nice, like a 1 week, 1 week lead time. It's kind of average, but
Do you make drum heads for merchandise purposes?
Yes, what a good idea. Yes, we do, because there's been a lot of streaming. I'm going to get up and show something like this. So if your band is streaming, or if you want to sell drum heads after your show or during the show, have the band sign the drum head, sell it for $150, $600, whatever, and you can get it.
Okay.
But we can have this is a no doubt drum head we did years ago. I don't know if you saw the garbage head, but we do drum heads probably one a week, and they're nice.
Yeah, so that's a merchandise stream. What
Other
else?
things, this is kind of, you're not going to find your throat coat tee, but this is what a lot of the rock stars and country stars, just people that they need.
Then he's pointing at himself. You drink that tea?
Supports throat health.
Yeah.
Right here.
When needed.
This is the good. And then another thing is the Vocalese. A lot of people buy the Vocalese. Comes in Braille.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so lots of Vocalese, lots of throat coat. Gloves,
Roadie gloves. What are these? These your earbuds?
earbuds. We also, right here at Third Encore, we have Ultimate Ears is located here. You can get your impressions done, get your ear molds done. What Tour Supply does, we sell the spare cables. So when you're placing your order for your gaff tape and batteries and your iPad holder, grab a couple of Ultimate Ear holders, or cables, I should say cables. And or Jerry Harvey, JH Audio, we stock those cables also. But, not the snark. We sell lots of snark tuners, but we also have the really professional Peterson auto strobe auto tuner. Clips right onto the headstock. Incredible piece.
What's this mic stand thing with all these little shelves on it?
Well,
What's that all about?
You can put your, put your red cup here, and here, let me show you. And your harmonicas and your slides and that type of thing. It's a little table. And we sell big percussion tables too, of course. You can put your maracas and all the percussion things. Sell Pro Cell batteries by the gross, 144 at a time or 24 at a time. Pro Cell, Duracell batteries. People prefer the Pro Cell brand. And yeah, so a lot of RF, a lot of wireless stuff. That's
Whatever
really
it
been
takes. You can literally cover everything needed.
Except the sound systems. If we leave the sound system and the staging to those guys, but we do all the, like we talked about earlier, lots of expendables, lots of cables, lots of
Drum heads and drumsticks.
oh yeah.
What are all these potions what's going on over there?
Oh, we have stencils, stencil ink.
You want to put your band's name on all your gear? There's a trick, right?
Right here,
There you go,
they're
yep.
brass, or it's brass. And right here we have 3-inch numbers, so you get different size numbers, different size letters, and then we sell the solvent to clean them up. And it cleans up really nice when you're using the professional solvent, along with the brass stencils. And the brass stencils, they'll last a lifetime. Of course, we sell the white, black, green, orange, different colors of ink. And
You're not going to get that at Guitar Center.
You're not.
yeah, I don't think they sell that kind of stuff. And also some more goodies. Velcro by the foot
Pedalboard
or
guts.
by the yard.
I
50,
know they don't
50
sell out
yards.
there. They do. It's in a little package.
Yeah, you can get little pieces of Velcro. There's the 2-inch Velcro.
Nice.
This is what they call the hook, and then of course the other side would be the loop.
So that's Denny's voice, the invisible man back there, our
I
good
was
buddy.
going to edit it out.
You're not going to edit that out. You're going to leave it in.
Well, I did
It's
see
your own production.
one great item that is on the shelf that I didn't even know you guys sold.
What's that?
That's the C4OC radio cup.
There you go.
Oh yeah. You can also get your C4 OC radio cups here at Tour Supply. And I think I have some Switchcraft. If you purchase some Switchcraft connectors from me, I'll even throw in a Switchcraft cup also.
Oh, there you go. So that's
we're-
cool.
We have cups, we have mugs.
What is this thing?
You
Every
won't
time I
even
go to
get
a
that.
show, I'm tripping over something like this.
That's
Oh,
so
those
you
are cable
don't trip.
paths.
Yeah.
So that's a smaller one. You can usually see those over by the guitar tech or the keyboard tech, hiding their cables so the artists aren't tripping over as they walk by.
Right. So, I mean, you don't get this at Guitar Center, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what's going on over here on this shelf over here with all this foam? There's all this foam stuff. What is all this? Pelican guts.
Times of that.
Oh my goodness. So, what we do, we sell Pelican cases with custom inserts, meaning we have a 2-space rack, 4-space rack, 5-space inside of a Pelican case. So we do end up a lot of times with extra foam. So a lot of times we will just order we'll order the Pelican Cases, no foam, and we'll always have the foam kits here. So you can get your Pelican case completely empty, and you can fill it up however you want, or we can fill it up for you with a pedal board, and we can actually wire the pedal board for you.
Yeah, so you've got technicians, right? What's going on in that front room over there?
Well, Eric is over there. Eric has been in this business for many, many years. He repairs and works on works on guitars. He works on all the rock stars' guitars.
Yeah, he's not the average guitar tech, right?
No, actually, a lot of the guitar techs will bring their guitars into Eric to do the heavy work.
Yeah.
You know, refretting. Oh man, I saw a guitar in here. It was a '53 Gibson, and I walked in the door and I was standing, probably 100 feet from Eric, and oh my God, did you see? You're going to be able to adjust that? I'm going to give it a shot. And apparently, 3 or 4 other technicians over the years have tried to adjust this neck. Apparently, it came that way from like 1953. It came that way. So it's a brand new 1953 Gibson with a neck that looks like it's just whacked.
Whoa.
Anyway, 3 or 4 days later, I come in and Eric has this thing and
Playing.
And the customer came in blown away that he got it, because it's been around for years and years. This band's been around for years and years, and he was able to knock that out. He's an amazing luthier. We also have great people, doing wiring and wiring pedal boards. We do playback systems.
So, in a nutshell, what is a playback system?
Well, it gets a little involved with the. Some people use playback if they're not bringing a key. Let's say they don't bring a keyboard player on. They have keyboards playing in the background, so they'll just have tracks of the keyboards. We do playback systems, and we have Viggy, who's kind of been the guy for years and years building those systems. So if you need a playback system, let any of us at Tour Supply know, and we'll build it for you. And Viggy will program it and maintain it, and can do magic from his house in Nashville. If you're in Toledo, Ohio, and you have a show, and you think there's a problem, he can be online and help you. We're so lucky to have these people working with us.
Well, it sounds like you've built a lot of good relationships over a long period of time.
Well, that brings up Prince. Viggy worked with Prince, and so did hundreds of other people. And being from Minneapolis is where the business started. We worked with all those guitar techs, all those production managers. They did have a revolving door there. I was so lucky to have been working with Prince all these years, and we weren't friends, but we've been working with each other since 1979. The company I worked for before Tour Supply, AVC Systems, we wired Paisley Park. So we've had a long relationship, but I still work with all those techs that I met in the '80s with over there at Paisley, and working with the Prince crew. It's been a really wonderful thing. And so they'd be working with Prince for a week or so, and then they'd call up and say, "Hey man, I'm no longer with Prince. I'm out with U2. I'm in Lincoln, Nebraska. Can you give me that data disc thing that I got last week? Can you give me one of those? When do you need it? Tomorrow. No problem. Yeah, I can get that for you." So that's kind of, they liked the service. They knew that what I could do and how I can get products to these guys in a moment's notice. They would call where I used to work back in the day. "Hey man, can you get me this thing?" And "Yeah, when do you need it?" "I need it tonight. I'll be out there probably about 10:30. And then 3 or 4 days later, "Hey, I'm no longer with Prince." But it's the same type of thing. But there were a couple of guys. Takumi was there for 7 years, or maybe longer, maybe 9. I'm not sure. But that was amazing. But there was quite a heavy rotation of guys going in and out of there.
Well, they're lucky you were there to help them, aren't they?
Yeah.
I was lucky to be there, and it was just a great relationship that we had.
Right on. Well, thank you very much for having me, and having C4OC in your space. I know that you're a very busy person, and we've kind of dismantled the showroom just to make this look like a Christmas tree exploded. But on behalf of C4OC Radio, this is Al Bane for Leather signing off. C4OC!